Hello everybody, Lumus here from Failing at Gaming. It's Tuesday and that means we start the evening with some Rocket Knight adventures. Someday we'll get that hard mode. We were getting quite close and then last week happened where I couldn't get past the first level. So let's see what kind of week this is going to be, I suppose. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all well. So for anybody catching this for the first time, I'm playing on Crazy Hard mode, the second of the hidden difficulties in this game, unlockables. On this difficulty, you only have one hit point and you start with no spare lives. You can still pick up lives, but you will always only have one hit point, so it's challenging. Bearing in mind that on like easy you have 16 hit points or something. Never beaten this, gotten quite close to the end. I've been doing this just start off every casual session for a while now. We're slowly getting better, I feel. Like, beating it is in sight now. We can taste it. We're not there yet, but we can taste it. It's mostly the space level that's ruining us, and I do think that's the hardest level in the game. We're reliably getting there. We're reliably getting there, and we're reliably dying there. I think if we can get past that level... Like, if we can reliably get past that level, we'll easily finish the final level. So that level's way harder than the actual last level. Whoop. Botched that. Let's go. There we go. Off to a spectacular start. I'd say first boss of the game is a trick boss. Just stand behind him using your rocket pack. But again, I don't know if he really counts as a boss. Maybe like a mini boss. This is one of those games where like most enemies don't reappear. So this guy is functionally an enemy, I guess. Like, if you can't treat every unique opponent as a boss, this game has more bosses than regular enemies. Even mini bosses. Power of flight. Oh, that was a little... Yep, that was too low. Dove in way too far there. I'm really thirsty, but my tea is too warm to drink. Probably gonna take me a few tries because I'm dehydrated. Stay hydrated, everybody. I don't know why I insisted on making tea. I should have made myself a cold drink. It's really warm outside, but it's not that warm in here. So I don't know what to keep making myself. Do. Alright, let's give this another try. And this time not greed so hard. do like that when you get close to the water, you start to kick up spray. It's a nice touch. This game gets all the little things right. Alright. Played it way too safe there that time and didn't get a good rotation on him, but it's fine. I died to that fire more times than I care to admit. Deadliest part of the game, perhaps. Just me botching my jump. Really easy one, too. Whoop. Let's get out of that room. It's on fire. Whoop. Up. That last diamond is surprisingly hard to get. You need to be in just the right spot. There we go. Whoop. Biggies. Adorable piggy wigs. Pigs get a bad rap, I think. Quite smart creatures. So I've got to change that back to live, didn't I? After I was done memeing. Excuse me. Kind of sleepy. I had another bad night last night. It's been a few in a row that I've just not slept. Oh, I botched it. It's gonna be one of those ones. I got a little water in my mouth. Gotta hydrate. Man, when was the last time I died on that guy? It's been a while. Spider section is the only part that's actually legitimately dangerous, but even then, he doesn't normally get a kill. But I missed my red spider hit. Missed my red spider hit. Something mostly heard in drug dens, I imagine. So it is easy to mess up and get hit in the spider section, just because there's lots of danger zones, but it hasn't happened in a while, just because, you know, it's the first boss. I've had plenty of practice at this guy. Oh, you're doing this? Like, 1 time in 20, he staggers his first set of spiders for some reason. And it's really off-putting. Changes the whole timing. I messed it up again. It's not happening. I can't get past the first boss. Last week I couldn't get past the first area, now I can't get past the first boss. Technically this is an improvement, I guess. All I gotta do is hit the red spider with my ranged attack as he comes down the wall and we're done, but it's just not going. I think the lack of sleep might be getting to me. I'm a bit under the weather as well. I need to get an early night. But then again, I got an early night last night, and I just didn't sleep. Ah, dang it. Missed a hit. I can safely miss one hit against this guy, but if I miss two, then he'll do an extra rotation. I'll have to go through an extra rotation to hit him, so we'll get another spider phase, which is just ruination. There we go. Avoiding the freaking spiders is all I care about in this boss. He's got nothing else. Man, why am I so tired? Other than the being really sick and getting no sleep thing, but I mean, I think I'd be used to that by now. There we go. There's a hero's pose for you. That's the freeze frame. Right, on we go. So one of the tricks that you rely on heavily in this game is that most enemies can't attack you for a split second after you attack them, like while they're flashing. It's like reverse mercy invincibility. Some enemies you can just pretty much sit inside them if you're attacking fast enough, so that's a little bit what I was using there to avoid getting hit by those things. As long as I was attacking the core as he came near me, I'd have been fine. There's a lot of other bosses where we'll use it more heavily. I mean, like the big snake boss in the first zone above the lake. Pretty much sat inside that one. Whoop. Ba 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 ba. What? Wow. I hit him once out of all those opportunities. Yeah, this is not going to be me at my best run, I don't think. I am botching everything. But we'll see where we get to. Still good practice. Even a failed run is practice. There we go. That was a little more like it. There we go. Let's press on. That tea is painfully hot and I am painfully thirsty. know why I didn't get a cold drink. Whoop. Let's clear out these mines. Do 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 do. Oh. Okay. This section is more time consuming than challenging. Well, at least it's not that long. I like the lava caves. I mean, I like that the lava caves are just straight up platforming for the most part, but I don't know. This is a good game even at its worst, but the lava caves is probably its worst. Off we go. Back to the action. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There we go. Remain ducking until further notice. You ever been on a train where the drivers come on the announcer and told you all to remain ducking until further notice? It's not reassuring. Sort of like the seatbelt light on planes. But more so. Alright, we got ourselves a chicken. See how long we can keep it up. Oh, okay, we lost our chicken. So probably a doomed run. But we'll do our best to deal with this ghost train, who perpetually haunts our nightmares. Damn you, Thomas, why won't you die? You were meant to pass from this world long ago, Thomas the Tank Engine. But I'm a useful engine. Ooh. I dropped that one a little early. I thought I might have been ripped for a second there. Do 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 do. Alright. One more down. Whoop. Oh, dang it. I should have backed off from that shot instead of trying to duck underneath it. There wasn't room. Like, perfect play, I could have squeezed through there, but I'm not playing my best. I should have gone safe instead of committing. Whoop. Oh, we lost our chicken. Not getting any good chicken looks. Chicken RNG is just... It's just not working with us. Come on, be off with you. The time of the youthful engines has passed. So return to your slumber. Go back to the tunnel that you have bricked up inside. What an evil that has been unleashed. Alright, let's try not to die on the easiest phase this time. I say easiest. At one point for me this was the easiest phase. It might now be the hardest phase because I've gotten better at the others. This is the phase with the most RNG, so in a certain sense, it's... Once your skill level goes up enough, this will become the hardest, no matter how much easier it is in theory than the other sections. There we go. Okay, now we got the lava caves. These crystal caves that are presumably where the mining railway went. Thomas was probably sealed up in here. Until recently. Until those miners dug too greedily and too deep. Does have some good music though. All the music in this game is so good. Whoop. Okay, time to get through hell. This area. As you can probably guess from every surface being covered in spikes, this is the maybe not the hardest, but definitely the most stressful area in the game. I usually budget in a couple of lives to be lost here. Spikes, water, rising and falling water, and RNG fish. Hard times. What? Why didn't you complete the... Oh, boy. That's not the place where... I normally die here where there's all those fish. Normally I think if I've got past the halfway point where the fish disappear, then I'm safe. But not this time. Oh, what was that? Just didn't finish charging my jetpack before I tried to fly. Important safety tip. Always make sure your jetpack is charged before you try to fly. Never go out there with a half-charged jetpack. There's not much you can do when the fish come in from underneath you. It's like, just don't put yourself in that situation, but when the water's rising and falling and there's spikes... I could have survived the fish or I could have survived the spikes, but the other one would have got me no matter what I did there. Fish... Okay. Get through here and just not blow it. There we go. The area should not be as hard as it is. Or maybe it should be way harder than it is. It looks... It's a horrible area. It's horrible. Why would you put an area like that in your game? Who hurt you, game designer? This guy looks spooky, but his only real threat is that, well, as long as he's staying in this corner, is that one claw on its every third attack, which is longer than the other attacks. So we just need to time a dash for the same time that he comes after us, and it's pretty much textbook. This guy actually has a second phase if you destroy both claws, where it's a lot easier to target his core, but he's more dangerous because his attacks are unpredictable in that phase. And you can target the core in phase 1, so we just do that. It's just the safest play. I don't know if it's the fastest. I don't know whether speedrunners destroy the claws or not. You're a lot more vulnerable once you've destroyed the claws, but you have to budget in the time for destroying the claws. Usually speedrunners don't bother with that kind of thing. Right, the AT-AT trailer. The AT-ATT. Is the new Star Wars film coming out soon? I feel like we're due for one. Or is it going to be like... Oh, they're the ones for Christmas ones, weren't they? They're going to be Christmas. Did we get a Star Wars film this last Christmas? I think the last Star Wars film that came out was Solo, and that feels like a long time ago. Also, I didn't watch it. And it didn't get good reviews. Okay. Not bad. Fighting him on that segment is easily the worst part of fighting him. Well, this guy is usually pretty safe. Unless you get clumsy, which I do have a bad tendency of doing. Clumsiness is one of my main personality traits. Okay, we should 3-rotation him here. Whoop. There we go. Normally I jump around like crazy to get a silly ending pose, but when there's lava right next to me, no thanks. Princess, you've lost weight? Oh, one skinny pig. I'm getting a good angle at him today. Oh, get it. There we go. You need to eat blah 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 blah. You either need to get a good, you either need to get an early hit or a late hit to make an angle at him from here. I'm just trying for the early hits, but it's just not going. Look at this. Come on. Thank you. I grind this every day, I could take the record. I'm not even close to it. I'm just trying to finish it on crazy hard mode. I'm not trying to break any records on crazy hard mode. Unless you mean take the record for most attempts at this game, which is possible. How you doing, Burzum? You home from work yet? Whoop. Whoop. Classic barrel segment. Best part of the game. There we go. So I beat crazy hard, I should start training for speed. I probably will, to be fair. Like, maybe not immediately after. I'll probably move on to trying to beat some other games as my main focus, but this, yeah, I'll probably try and do some speed running on this game once I've beaten crazy hard. It's working home, cool. But yeah, I feel like we're getting closer to getting that to getting the crazy hard win. If I was doing this every day, then yeah, we'd probably pull that off. Like, it's just the space level that's giving me a lot of trouble right now. Furthest I've gone? Since streaming, the furthest I've gone is, I think, to the space level. No, I think the furthest we've gotten is to, the final fight with Axel Gear, actually. All time, back when I used to play this years and years ago, I got to the final boss. I've also booted it up on emulate and used save states, and I have beaten the final whole final level without dying. So it's possible. It's just pulling it off all at once, you know. I think the level where you're flying through space is easily the hardest bit. That's the bit that I'm usually dying on these runs, and I feel like if I reach the point where I can reliably do that, I will get the final level sooner or later. It's just about practicing. If I had time to play this every day, then yeah, we'd get it. Yeah, I could, since it's mostly the space level I'm getting stuck of, I could do with spending an afternoon just practicing that, you know? But there's never any time. But yeah, since I started doing this to start off the casual night every week, I feel like I've gotten a lot more reliable at it. We're gonna get there. It's gonna take a while, it's not gonna be easy, but we're gonna get there. Like, I'm still improving. I'm gonna round out my skill and maybe get a good run with some luck. Like, not from the game. The game is not RNG based, apart from a few small spots, and none of which are very significant. The luck is purely me just not messing up too much. Oh, what? Oh, wow. Jumped too early. So I'm playing alright today, but I'm dying in a lot of places that I've not died on for a long, long time. It's weird, I'm doing all the hard parts fine, but the easy parts, they're getting me. I need to remind myself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. But yeah, maybe once I've done this, I'll move on to maybe doing Restar on a higher difficulty, and or maybe pick a game that we've never beaten and focus on beating it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. There we go. Let's go deal with this guy, who's, as always, a little harder than he looks. You gotta know the secret of letting him come to you rather than trying to attack him at a distance. He's actually got a decent counter-attack to him if you don't get him right. Don't want to get known as the Rocket Knight guy? I'd be okay with getting known as the Rocket Knight guy. I just don't think I am the Rocket Knight guy. I mean, I don't know anybody better than me at this game, but there's gotta be loads of them. I'm not that good. Like, I'm not going to be going for world records even when I start speedrunning it, I don't think. I just don't have that in me. I'm too clumsy to be a good speedrunner. I don't got that coordination. I'm going to try and speedrun this game eventually, just because I love this game and I'm always looking for new things to do in it. But I think a speedrun is unrealistic. Like a good speedrun. I'll get a time to my name, but it's not going to be world record. One minute 36 seconds. I think I could pull that off. Discovered a main menu glitch, yeah. Believable. I think the speedrun record for Pokemon Red is currently around 3 seconds. Due to a glitch you can pull off in the first room of the game to teleport you right to the end. People used to freak out about the difference between Link's Awakening glitched and non-glitched runs. Non-glitched was like an hour and a half, and glitched was 20 minutes. But then Pokemon happened. Goes from 2 hours to 3 seconds. This is one of my favorite fights. It's quite a tough one. Although his second stage is really dumb. There we go. I mean, considering how insane most actual world record speedruns are, if I could get, say, world record plus 50% time, I'd feel pretty proud of that. In just about any game, really. Something that's on my mind, but you know, there's so many games to play. So we'll have to see where we go. I mean, if I become the Rocket Knight Adventures guy, then I'm not playing other games. So you got it. I suppose it's really about what the fans want. You guys are going to decide what you want to see me do. Rip. Someone be entertained by world record, somewhat drift, yeah. And the thing is, getting a world record involves a lot of time spent practicing, doing the same game over and over again. So some people are into, it's what some people aren't into. I'm not normally into watching speedruns myself. But I've got a couple of regular ones who are just nice people to chat with, who I occasionally stop by and see. I watch Madhyama, who does Final Fantasy X speedruns. And has been swapping the record on and off with this other guy. I don't need this yet, do I? And he normally puts on a chill stream. And then I've been watching Anthopants, who does Streets of Rage 2. He's not a speedrun. He's going for he was the first person in the world to no death the game as Axel, and now he's trying to become the first person on like Mania mode. And now he's trying to become the first person to beat Mania as Max without ever dying. Whoop. And he's entertaining. Man, I find his stuff a lot more interesting when he's doing the no death than when he does his odd speedruns. So maybe if he was doing speedruns, I wouldn't watch his stuff. I don't know. Yeah, I watch a few Mario Maker people, even though I've never really been into Mario. Well, I mean, you got me into that, didn't you? Although weirdly, it's not one that you watch that I watch. It's a friend of your favorite. But I've watched a bit of their stuff. I think maybe what it is that like watching speedruns over and over again is just about them doing the same thing perfectly every time, and it's kind of repetitive and boring to me. Watching Antho do the no death is like any time could be the time, you know? Pooh Bear's been replaced with Ryu because Ryu is a bit more chill. Yeah, Pooh Bear's alright, but I couldn't super get along with him. See, he's a little too salty and wasn't exactly my thing. I've watched a bit of Ryu's stuff. I mostly watched Dragon Feeney, who's like easily the chillest of the Mario Maker crew, I would say. And X-Water seems nice. I'm a regular in Dragon Feeney's. I watch a little bit of X-Water if none of my mains are on. The others, if they're on and there's nothing else exciting I can find. Dragon Feeney's got a bit of a reputation as one of the positivity streamers. It's just a really nice place to hang out, very friendly chat. Messed that up. X-Water, like I said, I've not watched a huge amount of his. I get all the Mario Maker I need from Feeney, because I don't need a lot of Mario Maker. But he seems to be quite a funny guy. Alright. 3, 4, 5. I mess up on the 6th time every time. I don't know if he does something a little different on the 6th hit. It is possible you might catch fire in Feeney's stream, yeah. She's always nice and happy. It can be a bit much. Yeah, so after the 6th hit, he goes on to his 2nd phase. But I keep getting hit on the 6th hit, which makes me think there's like a middle step, where he does something slightly different on the 6th hit. The first 5 are pretty much free, he walks into you. And then on the 6th hit, he gets me. So maybe there's like 3 phases. There's got a hidden 2nd phase. Yeah, sometimes you just need a happy place to chill out. Go to Feeney's stream when I need somebody who never stops smiling. Apollo's a lot like that too, though. Apollo's probably the stream I watch the most. Comparatively small streamer as well, so I don't feel bad about giving my views to somebody who doesn't need them. That's why I host Apollo all the time. Okay, 2nd phase, cool. Just need to not mess this up. Oh, I'm messing it up. I'm blowing it. I'm blowing it. No, I threw it away. In the 2nd phase, you've got to dodge an attack and then get a counter in. That's the only safe way to hit him. Otherwise, you'll take damage, and on this difficulty, you can't take damage. That's true, yeah. As long as you don't screw up the chase section, you get unlimited lives. Just something I've talked about a lot. It's great gameplay design. They're doing something here that's completely different to the rest of the game. People might really be good at the rest of the game, might really enjoy the rest of the game, but find this part hard. And giving you the infinite lives, it gets rid of frustration. You don't need to feel mad about the fact that this part is ruining the game if you've got unlimited tries at it. I don't think it... I mean, I'm not saying it is ruining the game. This is a fun section. But it's still good game design. Whoop. And the fact that you don't automatically get the lives, you have to be good at the chase section, means that there is at least an element of challenge. There is a consequence to dying there. You might not get the life. You usually will, but not always. And if you don't get the life, it's because you messed up at a bit that is normal gameplay. So you can't blame it on the robot controls being weird. It's well thought out. I think it really works. Alright, so he had one hit left in him last time. Let's see if we can take away that one hit. Three, 4, 5. He seems to be just a little bit more aggressive on that 6th hit. Oh, no. Grab the life. This is rip. At least we got the life. See, sometimes that happens. Alright, here we go. Alright. There we go. Second phase. Much better AI, much more difficult, but somewhat less random. So if I screw up here, it's going to be my fault rather than the game's. There we go. Yay, 9 lives. I can die on the space level 9 times and have my soul crush. But hey, at least we made it to the space level. Now, you know, this is where we're roughly on par with. This is the level that we're really struggling on. The one we need to practice. Hey, no judgments here, friend. Whoops. There we go. I'd probably just look up the level select code for future practice, but yeah, that's not a bad idea. I really need to spend an afternoon just on this level, but who knows when I'll ever have time for that. I think I can budget in some holiday time around 2030. I'm actually hoping to have a little bit more free time in the next week or so. I finally caught up on all the editing after because the affiliate stream put me way, way behind on editing. Because not only did I have tons of extra stuff, but I didn't do any editing that entire weekend because I was doing the affiliate stream. So I finally caught completely up on my editing for the streams after that. Like, uploaded... Today's Dark Souls is already edited. I'm not caught up on the uploading yet, but that's not work as such. That's just plug it in and wait. So now I've just got to catch up. Now that I'm finally caught up on all of the stream editing, I can start catching up on episode editing. And once I'm all caught up on episode editing, I can start catching up on the other jobs that I need to do. And herein lies the dream. If I can get caught up on all the other jobs that I need to do, maybe someday I can do other things, like play games, practice Rocket Mouse, or even get some sleep. But perhaps we dream too big. Something will happen before then. I think I've got a relatively quiet weekend coming up, though. I think I should be able to, not filming the... Oh, dang it. Hang out with friends, yeah. For the most part, the stream is where I hang out with friends. We do still play D&D every Saturday. With cousins? Okay, that's fair. Yeah. You're not part of the local D&D group. You need to be allotted time separately. But yeah, not filming this Sunday, so I should be able to catch up on my regular editing by the end of this weekend, and then see where we go. Like, I'm not that far behind. I was caught up before the affiliate stream, I think. So I've got like 2 weeks worth to catch up on. It's about a day's worth of editing. Like I say, should get done this weekend. I'll get some of it done on Saturday, and then should be easy to finish on Sunday and have some time to get something else done. Whoop. You hung out with Skeletal? Nice. Seems like a really nice guy. I've not actually heard from him in a while. Is he doing okay? Oop. Nope, botched it. D&D reference burns you? Oh. Sorry, I didn't mean to, you know, bring up shameful thoughts. You need to get yourself a regular job, though. Then you could join our local D&D group. That'd be wonderful. Yeah. What, from playing with Mr. Skeletal? What were you playing? I wouldn't want that? I don't know. The group might be getting a little too big. We've had a couple of new players recently. So that might be an issue. You seem to get along okay with all the guys in chat and Discord, though. Oh, I botched it. Already threw it away. Risk of Rain 2. Yeah. Has he already got the game memorized? Sense of humor is so dark. I guess. Some of it's just tailoring yourself to your audience. Okay, just gonna focus in real quick, because I would say this segment here, with the meteors and the missiles, easily the hardest part of the entire game. This is just a nightmare. Just look at this, coming at me from every side. Okay, there's still a missile coming in as well. Oops. Oh, and there we go. Whew. Yeah, I hope Mr. Skeletor's doing okay. Last time I heard from him was when he was having that little bit of a breakdown. And he seems like such a nice guy. The first shot. She just did a death growl. Doing not bad, that's good to hear. I suppose I suppose you see a skeleton walking around, you know that guy's good at bouncing back. Perseveres, breathless. Breathless and deathless. Good to know. Need to get that one at the top with this. Nope, nope, nope. I think it's because this stage is constantly moving. I don't have the time to think that I need. It's the timing elements of this that get to me. I've got very bad timing. Need to play more BioShock? I've played the first BioShock. I've never played any of the others. I don't know why not, because I really enjoyed the first BioShock. Oh, Biohazard. Yeah, maybe. I need to get those side-scroller skills. I've not really played a lot of side-scrollers, to be fair. Biohazard Battle is probably easily the one I've played the most. The genre as a whole does not grasp me. But yeah, maybe you're onto something. Anyway, this is Last Life. So I was thinking I might boot up Risk of Rain after this and start getting in on that, since we were talking about it a whole bunch. I did not get the guy. Okay, we made it through anyway. Get the launcher. Oh great, this live missiles. That's not good. Okay. Whoop. No, oh boy. Oh. I thought I'd pulled that back, and I hadn't. Ugh. So what do you think? Some Risk of Rain, or would you rather see something else? I'm always... On Casual Night, I'm always taking requests. If you want to see a specific game, I'll happily play it. But if you guys aren't going to pick, I'm going to play Risk of Rain a little bit, I think. And maybe The Messenger after. If you guys want to see some Pugsy or some Golden Axe 2 or something, let me know. Up for Risk of Rain late? I mean, this is going to be the first Risk of Rain I'm talking about. I'm thinking I might ask Norelna if he wants to play Risk of Rain 2 for team streams, though. Risk of Rain? Yeah? Okay. Alright, I'll be back in 2 minutes then. I'm going to boot up Risk of Rain and just stretch out real quick. It'll only be a moment.